Well, hello there, my friends. Welcome to North Africa. Today we're going to actually be defending, guys, in a place called Chewy Pass. I hope I'm getting that correct. We are playing as the Germans here, and we are defending against an American attack. Now, from what I understand historically, the Americans actually won this battle over time, but we're going to approach it a little bit differently. Namely, I'm going to be defending over here, but I'm also going to be sending an entire tank company over here to do an attack where I believe the enemy will be assaulting from. So as you can see, we're actually going to send our tanks on the offensive here. At the same time, we've got quite a few infantry over there just basically defending the area, depending on exactly what the enemy wants to do. But let's see what happens first. We've got some beautiful, beautiful tanks here and some beautiful olive groves near us. Let's hope that this olive grove can one day belong to the Führer himself. Well, come back, guys, when we get some action. Target spotted, boys and girls. Now, I don't know if it's the main head of the enemy attack, or if it's just, a single sort of vehicle there out in the middle of nowhere. We're going to find out pretty soon, nonetheless. We've got some tanks on the actual vehicle already. We've got Hess over here. We're going to have him target that enemy tank, and hopefully we can stop these guys from advancing at all. I think we're actually going to have to move Hess forward here. He doesn't seem to want to follow our orders very much. There we go. He just got into the tank. And at this point, he should be able to return fire pretty quickly at these American tanks. We'll get a little closer soon, guys, but right now I want to make sure that we've got as many guys attacking this position as possible. Most of our tanks are actually elsewhere, so we're really relying on specifically this unit to take out those enemy armored vehicles moving towards us. Come on now. Come on, Feuer, Hess. You can shoot, Hess. Don't be afraid. All right, he's already getting shot. Beautiful. See if Hess can get some shots off here. I don't think the olive grove should hide his shot too much. And over there, my goodness, that's a bigger deal for sure, guys. We've come across an entire enemy tank army. At this point, it's just basically continue moving, try and flank the enemy, of course. These guys have already stopped, actually. That's perfect. I don't want all of them to stop, so I'm going to have Kolk stop right there. I'm going to have this guy hopefully speed on through, and we're just going to target the American tanks out there. We've actually brought some heavy weapons teams with us, too, but they're not going to be of much use against armored vehicles. Gunther, forward. Got to get him off that damn wall. Here we go. There we go. That's more like it. All right, let's actually stop Gunther right there. Stop right there. All right, guys, I see some hits. Oh, we also have some incoming fire. And it looks like Schult, we've got another tank over here that can attack too. But look at that, guys. We've already lost some tanks. It looks like the enemy has lost a few as well. I don't see nearly as many there on the front. But let's see just how many they've actually lost. Boom, another hit on one of them. Looks like Stuarts, if I'm not mistaken. Some of these we can't see because of the fog of war. But they seem to be pretty tiny little tanks. What about over here? Incredibly, Hess still has not gotten a kill here. This guy's going to be court-martialed for cowardice or just plain stupidity. We actually had him open fire finally. Took him long enough. And it looks like our artillerymen are actually selecting artillery to strike in that general direction. I guess that's not a bad idea, but I don't see it actually changing much. I kind of wanted to save the artillery for specifically when they had infantry, but who the hell am I to call it arty? There we go. That's a nice shot. Great shooting. We just want to continue moving forward because eventually we're going to want to bring this tank to bear on that other part of the battlefield. That's a dead Stuart. believe we just lost. Nope, he's still there. He's all right. Just want to jump over here to this side of the battlefield, folks. We really can't leave many of these battlefield areas. We need to focus consistently. And I'm actually going to grab these guys and try and fast move behind the enemy lines. Let's go for it. They already seem pretty comfortable in their current location, but we just can't have that. We have to keep moving forward. There we go. Blitz the enemy. Come on, boys. Keep it up, keep it up, keep going. Of course, we'll still keep our guns aimed in their direction. I don't mind them firing as they're moving. And who knows, that could get us some lucky hits, but they really have to keep on moving. And the enemy has to keep on focusing over here and not at the tanks. In other words, they need to focus on our infantry, which is going to be easier said than done. It looks like that Stuart's actually taking off. And, oh my goodness, I think he's running away. Yeah, definitely, man. Okay, so the Stuart's running. I'll send these tanks over here, guys. We just don't want them to get to the farm. If we can stop that, then we've done our jobs. Okay, man, I'm starting to see some actual enemy units. I'm starting to think, though, that these enemy units could just be tank crews. We can actually see one of the enemy dead tanks up there. So they've definitely lost some armor in this battle, without a doubt. But it's kind of hard to see how much, just because of the lack of, or I should say because of the fog of war. See one dead tank there, and he is just leaking gas. And we've got another dead tank right there. Another dead tank right there. Another dead tank right there. Oh, man, we got a tremendous amount of hits here. That being said, I think we lost most of our tanks, if not all of them. So was it worth it? I guess only time will tell. No, we still have quite a few, though. Vorwärts. I'd like to get my men into this sort of brush, so we'll actually send the infantry into the brush there. Good place to kind of just hang out in case we need to, of course, mop up. And we certainly looks like that's exactly what we need to do. Look at that. Our boys are attacking. That's what you Americans get for trying to take Africa from us. We won't accept it. Man, that thing is completely on fire. It doesn't look like either side really wants to go for a ceasefire. You know, we have an entire sector they want. They have an entire sector we want. And we're not really even close to each other at this point. This has been definitely a battle at distance. So who knows what's going to actually happen here. Also got myself into a pickle because it's going to be hard to separate these two guys with the new UI. There we go. All right, so we're going to send this guy out this way. We'll keep Koch here. Actually, lying. We don't want to keep Koch here, but we'll send him over here to the left. So we're sort of splitting out over here, guys. Oh! I hope that was the actual engine, because I don't know if he may have just gotten hit right there. Come on. Yeah, might as well move forward with the tank as well. Looks like our infantry is doing a great job just getting there into cover, setting up, and just preparing for any sort of fight. I like that. It doesn't look like they've got much infantry, but I do see a few popping up here and there. And again, I don't know, that could be vehicle crew. I don't know if it's necessarily actual squads. But we'll see pretty soon. Or maybe not. Maybe we'll just have to guess. Let's just keep the fire in that direction anyway. There we go. Yeah, we got some, definitely got some targets right now. And if you hear that, those are mortars outgoing, guys. No, that's definitely vehicle crew. So we can tell just by what they're wearing, that is vehicle crew for sure. They just have nowhere they can really run to. All right, I think Koch is going to get really close here. It looks like that that same guy may be actually trying to retreat, if I'm not mistaken. He's trying to get a kill. Come on, come on. I don't want a single one of these enemy tanks escaping. Our aim is a bit off. Looks like the enemy is asking for a ceasefire right there, guys. We are not even thinking about accepting it right now, because it doesn't look like they have much to stop us from continuing forward. It's another heavy shot. I can't believe he's still firing. I thought he was going to stop there. I thought he was going to be abandoned, but no. Looks like that tank is still firing. Another hit on that thing. Could see the sparks flying off, but he's just hanging in there, man. Sorry, Stuart. Is it a Stuart or Sherman? You guys are going to have to tell me down. I think it's a Stuart. It's a really tiny tank. I would hate to have to get out of that thing. Okay, another enemy tank there on the horizon, I think. I want to be careful. Yep, sure enough. And the Grove is really the main sector here. If we could take the Grove, that would be a total victory. But I don't necessarily think it's a good idea to just make a full-out charge here. We're getting pretty lucky as is, so maybe we should just, you know, sort of accept the battle, accept the sort of result of the battle. As you can see there, we took out another one of them. Beautiful. Oh, headshot on the commander there, man. Trying to run with the Tommy gun and just not getting very far. Or excuse me, the Thompson. Just not getting far with that thing, but that thing got completely demolished. And I'm thinking, yeah, we could go for just an attack there. On the Grove. Yeah, let's do it. I'm going to just go ahead and take the tanks that are here. And some of the infantry, and just go ahead and push forward. And with these guys, I'm going to push over here. I'm actually not pushing directly on that spot, because the one I really want is the Grove. To say also, even though Tank Warfare Tunisia is set, you know, in Tunisia in the desert, it's a really, really beautiful setting in my opinion. I think especially for armored warfare like this, it's just perfect. You know, it's nobody can claim that somebody else had an unfair advantage. It's pretty much out in the open here. Of course, you could still hide in certain areas, especially with certain elevations, but I think this definitely is a tanker's dream or nightmare, depending on the tanker. This is a great place to be fighting with armored vehicles. Oh boy. Now, of course, you got to also take maintenance into account. Maintenance in this place probably is extremely expensive. You'd be surprised the desert will ruin vehicles pretty quickly. And you can see at this point, it's completely a counterattack in every sense of the word. I mean, they had the first push, but in this particular case, guys, we are completely on the advance, moving towards those locations, and I think they're soon going to be under our control. I just can't see how that could change. Look at that line advancing on the enemy. I know they don't have much infantry, but just seeing our guys take this area, it certainly looks like we are in control. And sure enough, there we go. The enemy is going to be retreating. An enemy retreat for sure. I love it. Try to grab a few more of them on the way, but I think that's pretty much going to be it. And let's see what the casualties are like. If you guys would like right now to guess the casualties, make sure to drop them in the comment section. Pause the video now and drop who you think is going to have more casualties, how you think we did, etc. Always love to hear your feedback, guys, in these battles. Nonetheless, Deutschland survives another day, and got some beautiful burnt-out wrecks to prove our victory. Don't get too close, though. That thing's like a bomb waiting to explode. There we go, guys. It's a minor victory. We had 8 men killed on our side, 10 wounded. On the enemy side, 21 men killed, 20 wounded. And, of course, in terms of vehicles, quite a nice catch. 11 destroyed on the enemy side. A pretty good battle overall, I think. Thanks again, guys. Take care. I'll catch you on the next one. And make sure to hit that like button, comment down below, and subscribe if you're new to the channel.